More fallout from the CBC exclusive story on the Royal Bank of Canada. Argo public investigation earlier this week revealed RBC is laying off Canadians and contracting their work to a foreign company. Now, the bank is apologizing for its actions in full-page newspaper ads, which are appearing today. Kathy Tomlinson, who broke this story, has details now on the foreign firm involved in the controversy. She spoke with some of the temporary workers from India who filled those jobs.
As Canadian IT workers see their jobs disappear to outsourcing by banks, these workers here from India say they lived in fear of upsetting their former employer, iGate.
The threat is always there. So in a way, you will not be able to concentrate even on your work.
The threat's always there of being sent back to India.
Yes.
So it's not a very comfortable way to work.
Yes, it's not secure. Job is not secured.
They came under the Temporary Foreign Worker Program, among 200 Indian nationals on contract working at RBC, going back 5 years. Constantly uprooted, shuttled between Canada and India on rotation. This man and his family were ordered back when his wife had just given birth.
That manager was very blunt and rude. He said, people in the past have traveled, so it's not an issue. You'll have to go.
They needed to be here to do much of the work, but they say iGate made far more money working them in India. That's because RBC pays iGate a flat rate, but iGate cuts their pay by 80% when they're on the job in India.
That is also the reason why they want us to go back and work there.
That's why they want you to go back.
Yes.
Because they can pay you a lot less in India.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And they'd have to pay you more if you stayed here as a permanent resident.
Right.
iGate wouldn't even send them here in the first place, they say, unless they signed a contract, barring them from trying to stay. If they did apply for permanent resident status, they or their families would owe the equivalent of $6,000, half a year's salary in India.
You've got a black mark on you now in India, don't you?
Yes.
This immigration lawyer calls this legally questionable and just plain wrong by Canadian standards.
A foreign worker has a legal right to apply for permanent residence no matter what the employer thinks. A contract that in effect indentures a human being abroad based on the performance of the foreign worker in Canada is scandalous.
Eventually, these men quit anyway. They've just become permanent residents. As for taking Canadian jobs, they say that's not what they came here to do.
It is like someone coming into your home and they're taking over your home. So definitely no one would like that.
iGate is not the only firm in this game or the biggest. Dozens of bank workers and managers told us all the major banks have hired various firms from India. We're told they all operate essentially the same way. We asked iGate for an interview but got no answer. RBC is the firm's second biggest client, and the bank paid iGate more than $100 million last year. Kathy Tomlinson, CBC News, Vancouver.